This video is less of a gotcha, you're the one to blame, and more of a recognizing that something is bad and recognizing the part that I play in upholding this bad thing. What up, what up? I'm back at it with another video. Before I get started, I want to ask you to please hit the subscribe button and help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm having breakfast right now. I'm eating oatmeal with cinnamon and flax seeds. And I'm thinking about, obviously my mental health as a black man, as a black bisexual man. And I'm also thinking about misogyny and how unlearning misogyny, deciding to take this sort of a lifelong journey of unlearning misogyny has helped me with my mental health. Misogyny and the ways in which gender under patriarchy works is it doesn't accept you how you are, but it prescribes how you should be. And so what I mean by that is when babies are born and we say that, oh, this baby's a girl, this baby is a boy, we begin to prescribe certain ideas of what it means to be a boy onto these babies, what it means to be a girl onto these babies. You see it all the time. You see little babies walking around with shirts that say ladies man. When little boys cry, a lot of times people will not hold space for them and will not allow them to cry and go through the full gamut of their emotions and teach them about emotional intelligence. Like, it is okay to feel overwhelmed, it is okay to feel sad, angry, or whatever you're feeling. We don't equip boys with tools to navigate their emotions and really understand that their emotions are their responsibility. What often happens is boys get told not to cry, boys get told to man up, boys get told to stop acting like sissies, to stop acting like little girls, to stop acting like the F word, right? From a very early age, we get taught these sentiments about femininity and what it means to be a boy, and that we need to be strong, and that being anything besides straight is bad. So being bisexual is disgusting, being gay is weakness. And what happens when you decide to commit to unlearning misogyny is you start to really get to know yourself beneath the layers of conditioning, right? Beneath the layers of how you've been conditioned to show up into the world as a black man, and see that you're just a being with emotions. And hopefully you start taking responsibility for your emotions. Hopefully you start unlearning homophobia. Hopefully you start unlearning misogyny. And a lot of what that looks like is not emotional dumping on girls and women, not expecting women to be your therapists, not guilting women, not bottling your emotions up, having challenging conversations with men, calling out men on misogyny, using the B word to refer to women, realizing that being straight is not normal, quote unquote. It's just one sexuality amongst many other sexualities. Seeing gay, bisexual, lesbian, trans people as people deserving of respect and consideration. And it's just funny because the same exact system that deems black men as really dangerous, animalistic thugs is the same exact system that tells us that women are our property, that women are not as important as men, that women cannot lead, that men and women belong together, that women are better with the emotional stuff and men are better with the physical stuff. In addition to these things being really dangerous, once again, they prescribe how people should be instead of accepting people how they are in their totality. So patriarchy not only hurts us in the form of telling us that we should be this way, we're men, we should just man up, we shouldn't have feelings, we shouldn't be dealing with depression, and if we are, we're not really men, we're weak. And also, as far as like self-esteem stuff, right? So many men's self-esteem is based around how much money they have. And they have learned from a very early age that a man's job in life is to provide. And if you can't provide, then you're not a man. And you speak to so many men and their entire self-esteem is literally wrapped around how much they make and the work that they do. And while it is important to make money and provide for yourself and your family, that's not all that you are. And basing your entire worth, your sense of self around how much you make is a really slippery slope. It's not really grounded in anything. You don't really know yourself outside of this role that you were prescribed to play. And that's the thing about patriarchy. It dehumanizes men and women and ignores non-binary people. If you don't fit neatly into the box of man or woman, it's just like, oh, you don't even exist. It puts us into these boxes and it makes us half of a whole. But I'm not half a person, and you're not half a person. Women are not half people. You get what I'm saying? You have to be a whole being on your own. It's just really frustrating being a part of this system. And it's frustrating making this video too. A part that frustrates me about making this video is that I'm assuming that a lot of the people that will be watching this are heterosexual black men. And to be real, I haven't really had the best of experiences with heterosexual black men. There have been some that have been good. There have been some. But overwhelmingly, it's poor. Still to this day. Part of so many heterosexual black men's sense of self and identity is grounded in homophobia and is grounded in this idea of I'm a man, I'm a real man, I'm strong, I'm not gay, I'm not pussy, I'm not weak, I'm not no And so I find it frustrating to be making this video that could potentially, hopefully maybe, help some straight black men out there. But this is labor that I don't know that straight black men would do for me. But I suppose the reason why I do it is because I want to see a better world where straight black men's identity is not centered around dominance, it's not centered around violence against women, or feeling like women owe you, or you're entitled to women, or you're smarter, better leaders. A world where homophobia and biphobia doesn't exist, you know? And I'm talking about these things, and I don't want you to think that only heterosexual men are the only ones who perpetuate misogyny and patriarchy, because they're not. They are not. A lot of women uphold patriarchy as well, perpetuate misogyny as well. This video is less of a gotcha, you're the one to blame, and more of a recognizing that something is bad and recognizing the part that I play in upholding this bad thing, recognizing the fact that I'm a man and that affords me so many privileges. Anytime I'm talking about unlearning misogyny, I always talk about it in a way where it's like similar to unlearning racism. This is a lifelong journey, and it's not as simple as reading one book and then it's over. It's about always having that critical lens, because to be honest, we live in a white supremacist society. We live in a misogynistic society. We live in an anti-LGBT society. We live in an ableist society. So unlearning these things is gonna take diligence. Like, you kind of always have to be reflective and reflecting on your own views. Like, is this influenced by my idea that men are better at leading than women? Is this influenced by my idea that women are emotional? Is this influenced by the fact that I don't think that LGBT people should be around children because there's something wrong with being LGBT and they could infect other people, infect children? So it's like about being constantly observant of your own thoughts and actions, and creating a better, safer world, one step at a time. All right, well, that's the video. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.